The corporate media is dying and the new media revolution is here. It is time to fight for the truth. Tousi TV is leading this fight. The channel that challenges the mainstream media and the political establishment, from the left-wing nutters to the globalist elite. Join our revolution and help us win for freedom and common sense. Become a Tousi TV Plus member today and get access to uncensored shows, documentaries and our chat forum. We are the media. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tousi TV. I'm Maya Tousi and this is the latest update on the absolute state of the United Kingdom and the British establishment. As you guys know, since Tommy Robinson has been in prison, a number of us have been visiting him. Friends, people part of his team, other new media, reporters and political commentators, and things are happening again. It is quite fascinating the way they have already treated Tommy in prison as if he is some sort of ultra dangerous criminal convict, even though he's simply a civil offender. But everything goes back to what's been going on now and what will be happening in January. So as you guys know, I did visit Tommy, was it about a few weeks ago? I think it was sometime in end of November, beginning of December, alongside the voice of Wales, Dan. It is weird that obviously I plan to visit him again, Tommy, in January, and we are hearing some weird stuff from the establishment. And Tommy Robinson's team got in touch earlier and told us what's going on, and they've also done a post now, a statement on social media about this. There is going to be a gagging order. There is now a gagging order for those of us who are part of the new media, have a channel or a following on big following on social media, whatever, which means that going forward, visiting Tommy, you will have to essentially sign an NDA or a gagging order, or if you're in the US, gag order. It's weird because I was wondering what it's about. Well, apparently, allegedly, goes back to a certain subject matter. As you guys know, the 20th of January is a big day in the UK courts, as we have a number of high-profile trials starting. One of them is this individual, one of the suspects, and Southport attack. The excuse apparently is using this, which makes no sense, by the way. What is the problem? If we discuss this case, everybody's already discussing it privately, right? If you say something online or publicly that would prejudice the case, then obviously that's a problem. We get it. That's always been the case with anything, any trial. What is the fear? If we say something that Tommy doesn't know, or if Tommy tells us that he knows that we don't know, and then we go public, I think that's the primary excuse. But generally speaking, I think anything that Tommy says, they don't want it to be spread outside. The short-term tradition that we now have is that when you go visit Tommy, afterwards you come out of prison, you make a video, you explain what you discussed. Going forward, we're not going to be able to do that. When I was told about this, then obviously it saw Tommy's admin also posting this. Admin post, urgent Tommy update. Tommy has just confirmed to us that any citizen journalist who goes to visit him in prison from now on will be made to sign a gag order. The gag order will legally prevent the visitors from reporting on whatever subject matter is discussed with him during visitation. This can and almost certainly will apply to anyone with any access to social media. Make of that what you will. Now, what else can Tommy tell us that will be sensitive, that we shouldn't know? Or if I find out, or Paul Thorpe finds out, that we shouldn't tell you guys or anybody in the world? What is the problem here? Should this be actually allowed? Legally and morally, should this be allowed? I think most of the problems that we have in this country, in the West, is people part of the establishment are always able to find technicalities to use things that use legal powers, right, against us. Not many people actually ask, what about the moral part of this? Yes, you could always find some legal loophole to restrict our freedoms, our speech, and everything else. People always say, oh, is this legal? Can we ask, is this moral? Because that is the bigger problem than just legality. This should not be allowed. Now, but with everything that's been going on, I understand the frustration from the prison system, because since day one, anything that's happened to Tommy, it's been reported by us, others, again, Paul, many others, Jeff Taylor, and perhaps they don't like it. Perhaps that becomes a problem, because a lot of you guys who follow Tommy or support Tommy have been aware, generally speaking, about how he's eating, when he's been transferred to new prisons, and how they've been treating him and everything else. Perhaps they don't like that. Is this because some other things are going to be happening to Tommy? Like just general changes that they don't want people to keep talking about this? Is this some sort of intimidation tactic to, again, mentally torture him and the rest of us who would potentially obviously visit him again? Why? They continue to silence everybody. Now, again, it's not really just about Tousi TV. You've got Richard Inman, you've got Jeff Taylor, you've got Paul Thorpe, you've got many others who will be, again, visiting him over the next few months, few weeks. So we're not allowed to state things. Well, if it comes to that people will be forced to sign a gagging order before we go inside to see him, because we still want to see him, right? Now, obviously, it is time to talk to lawyers to find out how we can actually operate as a human being, as a friend of Tommy, and also as journalists. What can we say? What can't we say? Can we say things? Is it worth to say something, even if it's, I don't know, the update on Tommy's food situation? If we're not even allowed to mention that, is it worth us mentioning the food situation just to go to prison ourselves, to be arrested? Or is it worth to reveal anything that's important? The problem is, unless they do something weird to Tommy in terms of changing his situation, moving him again somewhere else, anything that he tells us is not really that sensitive. He talks about, again, his food situation, his exercise regimen and everything else. Why are they afraid? Or is this just an intimidation tactic? It is concerning, and you are going to be hopefully hearing the reaction from Paul Thorpe, from Richard Inman, from Jeff Taylor, and many others who are part of this as well. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Trevor, let's get some reactions saying you are full of effing clickbait. Considering this is obviously being confirmed also publicly as a statement by Tommy's team, because Tommy told us, and obviously also, as I said, I showed you the statement on Tommy's account on X. It's not clickbait, it's actually happening. So perhaps you should take your tablets that your psychiatrist gave you, because it's important to focus on your mental health. Super chat time. Luke, thank you very much, saying Starman government, you cannot just tell the truth and reveal to everyone what really is happening. Tousi, lol. I mean, what are they going to do? It's just complete insanity. I mean, I don't tend to follow these orders. I mean, even at the protest, the last protest, Palestinian protest, when they were saying during the live stream, obviously I was filming that they were going to arrest me because I don't have a press pass. I would get into trouble. They won't be able to, because they can't protect me. They'll have to arrest me, right? Obviously, Viking and I would just say, I don't care. We just, I still crossed the road and went to the Palestinian side anyway. Good luck with that. Ivan says there must be something huge behind the cover-up. Again, this is what they do these things, and they make you want to say crazy things, and they want you to come across as a conspiracy theorist, like an irrational conspiracy theorist, to just come up with random scenarios why this is happening. It becomes a lose-lose situation, because if they don't do something like this, then I don't think anything bad's going to happen to the establishment. We just go and visit Tommy, we see what we're talking about, everything's fine. unless they're planning something weird. Otherwise, what is the point of it? It just makes no sense. It's just to keep reminding us that they're watching us, that they're keeping an eye on us. Be careful what you do. Be careful what you say. Cynthia, thank you, Cynthia, says, so they are not gagging you so much as they're trying to gag Tommy. So we will have to sign a gagging order, not necessarily Tommy. He must really scare the S out of them with what he knows. The most powerful weapon is the truth. No, so we are the ones who are being gagged. So if I go see him, if Richard goes or Paul goes, we are the ones who have to sign this. So again, there's no clarity on what the fear or the paranoia is. Is it that if we tell him something, well, who is he going to tell? He's not talking to anybody in prison. Is it that if somebody else goes to see him and then tells something to him, and then we go see him and he tells us what he's heard, well, the people outside could still talk to each other anyway. It's the whole thing is irrational. It's just an excuse for more monitoring. That's the whole point. Mike says, would this gag order be enforced on Lenny Henry? He hasn't been funny for decades. Flossy Top says, I didn't realize we lived in a Stalinist society. Oh, hang on a minute. Personally, I want to know everything this government is covering up. Well, we only know parts of it, I guess that's the issue, right? And in fact, actually, we do have a quick update later on after this one about Canada. The situation in Canada is getting worse and worse with Trudeau's government. Obviously, now there's going to be the holidays and everything else, so parliamentarians are not going to be around. But the NDP leader is now saying, yeah, we need to vote on no confidence. But the Conservatives have been going around listing all the scandals and cover-ups that have happened over the last few years in Canada, which we will talk about that. Paul, non-super chat, says, can't you report it on X though? That's still reporting. That's the whole point. Whether I post it on X or YouTube, it's still reporting. So it will go against the gagging order, or the NDA or whatever they get us to sign. Carter says, with this gag order, Starmer is concerned. I don't know concerned about what. This is the whole thing. That's why I'm saying the only reasonable explanation is that it's just an intimidation tactic. Because what can we say that will be... I mean, again, they make us sound like a conspiracy theorist. What are they planning to do that they don't want us to talk about? I mean, I don't want to go so dark and negative. I know I shouldn't say this, but hypothetically, we go and visit him and we discover something really bad is happening to him or around him, anything, then obviously, yeah, that will be that they would not want us to come out and say it. I'm just saying, speculating. I'm not like saying definitely something's bad happened. I'm just saying worst case scenario. What is it? Because there's no other explanation. I mean, hopefully that's not the case, but Fake idea of Allah, communism plus Allah Islam. We got Nick saying, let's make a freezing this Christmas become number one. I believe the Christmas thing has now finished. I believe that this is the song, the anti-Keir Starmer song that's like topping the charts or whatever. I believe the deadline for making it the most popular song was 5:40 p.m., which was about half an hour ago. I believe, if I'm not wrong, I think the deadline is already finished anyway. We'll find out if it's going to be topping the Christmas charts or not. Joy says, is the Southport killer not going to be moved to Woodhill? So the accused, who obviously Axel Rudokabana, who's going to be on trial from the 20th of January, currently obviously in Belmarsh prison, he is going to be moved. The judge has already confirmed he will be moved as we get closer to a 20th, but he hasn't said he's going to be moved to Woodhill. They haven't said what prison. My logic would say they're going to have to send him closer to Liverpool because that's where the trial is going to be, I believe. So, but it is interesting that obviously this has come out straight after the announcement that the trials, all the other trials as well, are starting in January. Pixie Sterling, thank you so much. Let's get some non-super chats again. Tabitha says, Richard Inman did a video that's it's illegal for Tommy to be in solitary for so long for a civil offence. I believe this is why, because when I was talking to Tommy the other week, this is why they they have a process, or they have a method of, for example, keep moving him around to bypass that as a loophole. If they keep moving around, then obviously after a few weeks, then they can get away with this, which is still very much immoral what they're doing. And Old Man Play says, you are missing the point, Tousi. But he hasn't actually made the point that I've missed. Let me know what the point is that I have missed. Clive says, 20th of January is an important day for the establishment. Trump is going to destabilize the Labour government. That's for sure. They are panicking. January is just going to be completely chaotic anyway. I mean, from the UK to Canada, US, the reaction from the left, all the trials. Totalitarian says Starmer's approval rating is apparently minus 41. Is it already? Last time I checked, it was about minus 30 or 25, something like that. I would not be surprised. Let's get some more non-super chats. What is happening with the... Where's that guy gone who said I missed the point? Lynn says they have gagged the Southport's parents too. James says Richard Inman has just put that out as well. Oh, so good. So he's also, yeah, as I said, expect the other friends and allies of Tommy to also post their own reaction videos about this news. Let me just quickly check. Richards, has he posted? Yes, he's just posted. Go definitely check out at Richard Inman on YouTube as well. After this, see what his reaction is. I shall be watching this straight after this. Okay. The Last Englishman says, when you silence a man, it does not prove him a liar. It proves you fear what he has to say. Yep. Another super chat here. Thank you very much. Did someone say gag on this labor? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Cynthia, what are you doing? Cynthia's done a massive, crazy, big... I'm just going to call it Christmas super chat. You don't have to send this much. Stop it. Thank you so much, by the way. The team will be happy. Cynthia says, my work gave us a nice bonus today, so I decided to share with my new favorite. I appreciate this. You didn't have to. Growing news source, sorry, Bennett. DW 2025 is going to be great. 738,000 subscribers and beyond. Merry Christmas to you, your family, and to all the new UK cousins. We are the Tousi tribe, trademark it. Yes, but although I've come up with a new one, the Myers Mafia. The Tousi tribe is now outdated. Myers Mafia, apparently. I've been told by people. The members of the channel, basically. I've got people. I got no people. Jim says the UK won't survive if Labour serves it full time. Thank you, Jim, by the way, for that. Yeah, well, yes. I don't think we can actually afford a full 5 years. This will be bad. I mean, even it's been less than a year. It's been half a year, and look at the absolute state of the country. Avalon Drew says you're not allowed to say certain words on here, or you get blocked. Who's blocking you? We don't have moderators on chat, by the way. We believe in free speech. You can say whatever you want, unless the algorithm is banning you. I don't know. Viking says, yay, £100 super chat. Finally get a pint from my... I bought you pints before. I bought you lunch once. But yeah, next one is on Cynthia. Thank you. James says, just have him be visited by normal people who are not journalists, then ask them what happened and report that instead. So the issue with this is that, as Tommy's team also mentioned, let's just bring out the statement again that they posted on behalf of Tommy online, because, where is it? Is it this one? It does mention this can and almost certainly will apply to anyone with any access to social media. So anybody that has, even a few thousand followers or what, any followers on social media these days, they can be classified, even though the establishment do not want to classify us as citizen journalists, as actual journalists. But when it comes to this, they can easily call every single one of you a citizen journalist if you post things on social media, which means anybody who has social media going there, then they will have to also sign their gagging order. But unless we actually send someone who doesn't have any social media, completely off the grid, then yes, they can see what's been mentioned. They can come out, and we will definitely report it. Lee says, I've only just been notified of your live, Maya. I'm sorry about that. The plan, as I said last night, as part of our expansion, the app, what we're working on, hopefully it's going to work on the Tousi TV app that we're going to have. Again, don't ask when. I've been saying soon, but it will be in the new year, early new year sometime. We're waiting for Apple, the App Store on Apple, to confirm it. Google is already ready, Android. We're gonna work out the notification functions on the app, so that if you get the app, then you will get notified when we even go live on YouTube, because obviously the YouTube notifications don't always go out on time. So hopefully, if everybody gets the app, then it will help. Where are we? Where am I? Who am I? Well, losing my mind. Lynn's happy. Maya's Mafia. There we go. See? Algorithms are going nuts. I've had loads of threats from YouTube because I've been so naughty. It's like being back in school. Yeah. Well, also they've just changed the algorithm. They do it every year. They update the system with their latest stuff. It takes a while to adjust. It's so annoying right now. So a lot of the videos, all the channels, by the way, even the big channels, are not really getting recommended properly. So unless you actually manually check Tousi TV every day, and not many people do, I'm guessing probably, I don't know, about 5,000 people would probably do it, which is natural for any channel. But those who actually like this channel and want to follow, if you actually manually check and watch the videos, I know we do like 2 or 3 videos a day, but if you could watch them, they would definitely help the algorithm again to come back to normality. If you just wait for the notifications, it might not be sent out. But if you click on the notification bell, make sure you click on all, not personalized. Anyway, so that's the latest on this messed up situation. We will keep you guys posted when I have more information on why this is happening and what it actually entails. I'll be talking to the rest of the team again to see if Richard or the others find out more information as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maya Tousi, and we are the media.